Welcome to Ratan Glory. This episode, not gonna lie, I'm a little bit pissed off. The shit has me annoyed. And what has me annoyed is that it's the inability of individuals to understand what Comicsgate is trying to build here. Not being able to have the long-term vision to understand what is being built. Okay? The idea with Comicsgate is to pull in enough fan power that the moment a Comicsgate project is launched, it will achieve success. Even if you're an unknown, even if you are coming into this and you've done the legwork, you've built a YouTube presence, you're appearing on different shows and channels, you're contributing to the entertainment value of the Comicsgate network, and then you're presenting a comic book that rocks, that looks great, that has talent behind it, you will succeed. The fact that people aren't understanding the value of what is being built for them, even the creators who are benefiting already, do not seem to understand the dynamic of what is happening here, of what this is. This is it. I'm not gonna. It infuriates me a little bit. So, I don't really love doing this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to single out a specific book and a specific creative team. So, Oddity, okay, Sean Sweens, has, put out this book, Oddity. It looks fantastic. I have backed this book. I backed it for the EVS cover, which I think more than 50 people backed. Okay, this is a project that has 278 backers. At least 50 of them are for the EVS cover. I'll go out on a limb and say, of this $14,680, 13,000 of it is pure Comicsgate. That's pure Comicsgate dollars. Okay, so this is a project. No, it's not huge. If it's not over $30,000, I wouldn't necessarily, I wouldn't consider it an out of the ballpark success for a Comicsgate title. So they have failed to really grab the market, despite having some support from EVS. They haven't grabbed the market, and there are reasons for this. I don't think they've built a YouTube channel. I don't think they're, when is the last time you have seen Oddity anywhere in the Comicsgate landscape, on any show, anywhere? It's just not there. So the reason I'm singling out this creative team and this book is they recently did an interview on Crowdfunding Comics. Now, Crowdfunding Comics is a web series with Billy Tucci. Tucci is the co-host, and Billy Tucci is something of a comics book legend, right? He back in the day launched the same title that he is currently experienced success with, She. And again, this is a project that I have backed, and he is someone who has worked both platforms, Indiegogo and Kickstarter. And if you combine the two, very impressive numbers. He's had an incredible success with his comic book. And Ethan took Billy Tucci he completely supported this guy. Billy Tucci was on during his Indiegogo campaign, during that push, Billy Tucci was on EVS's channel all the time. He was there. It was entertaining. It was fun. People enjoyed themselves, and they poured money in to She. Okay. Now I have a sneaking suspicion that EVS was like, if I can bring Billy Tucci in here and show him the power of Comicsgate, the support that he could experience and enjoy with this crowd of people, maybe it's a possibility that we can just he can just become Comicsgate and be fully invested in helping us grow this thing and make it something special, make it into what we know it can be. That didn't happen. Billy Tucci doesn't have when have you seen Billy Tucci on EVS's show or on anything Comicsgate since pushing his Indiegogo campaign? Never. Hasn't been back on. Contributes nothing. Doesn't entertain the Comicsgate crowd. He dipped in, got the money, said thank you very much, and now he's doing his own thing. Right back out. It's infuriating that people cannot. Here's what I think is going on. Okay. People are viewing Comicsgate as a market, here's this market, there's a Comicsgate market, and then there's these little ponds of markets, and they want to tap into all of them. They want to get as much from every market that they can. The problem is that Comicsgate isn't a market. It's not just a market that you get to tap into and bounce. This isn't how it works, people. Comicsgate is Comicsgate. It's enclosed. It is not part of everything else. And if you want Comicsgate support, then you have to be Comicsgate. You have to put that banner on what you're doing. You have to own it. You have to be it. You have to be a part of it, and you have to contribute to it. If you don't do that, yeah, you might be able to dip in once. You might be able to dip in, get your money, and bounce out. You think you're going to do that again? You think it's a market you're going to be able to come into again after you've done that? No, not going to happen. It's not going to work. It isn't going to work. Now, when it comes to oddity, okay, when it comes to this, the reason I'm bringing this specific comic book and this creative team under the microscope is because they recently did an interview on Crowdfunding Comics, okay, which Billy Tucci is a co-host for, and I'm going to play. It's like a 2-minute clip. I'm going to let it play, and we will talk about it afterwards.
When you're pushing your book, though, nobody wants somebody being negative and bitching and stuff like that all the time. Spending all this time on Twitter and stuff like that and just bitching. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see that.
Exactly. And TJ James, as he does whenever the name Comicsgate comes up, and he's a supporter of Comicsgate, but he hates the name. He hates the name. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I do. So let me ask you guys a question though. So you're kind of living in this life. You're part of this online community. Do you have dreams to go beyond it?
Well, we've got. I mean, we love the Comicsgate people, but I mean, it's kind of a niche. A little bit, so we're always looking for outside. Mm-hmm. I mean, we want as many people to want to buy the book as possible. So we love our people, but we want to bring as many people in as possible.
Would you guys ever consider trying to grow your brand, your stories, your characters over into the Kickstarter world?
We have been discussing it. Yeah. We're already funded, so it's really whatever happened when we shut down here on Indiegogo. There's no downside to us saying, okay, well, we're going to overprint some books anyway. Let's see if we can download some on Kickstarter. Nice. We haven't set that in stone yet, but I mean, it's to me, there's no downside to it. If some weird thing happens and they decide they don't want our book, well, all right, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, Billy and I are a huge fan of both platforms, and I'm starting to see it now. I'm starting to see a lot of what we've kind of been preaching a little bit of, it's a business. If you can sell it, don't only sell in Walmart. If Target will take your stuff or wherever you want to go, just keep getting it out there. Because this is, as much as everyone loves making the comics and the characters and bringing these worlds alive, hell, if you can make a living off it, it's a business, right? Yeah. So, but it's interesting. I'm seeing like IndieCron now. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. They do the tracking if you want to have your book tracked. They're now open to Kickstarter. Now they're going to start tracking Kickstarter and Indiegogo projects. And now we're starting to see other. And I'd have to say maybe because Billy, you influenced some people. There's people that are trying to do the double whammy. Hitting Kickstarter and Indiegogo at the same time, or immediately migrating over to just keep the momentum going.
I would say as a strategy, Indiegogo is good for getting the initial funding, and then what happened?
Ooh, Oh, what happened? Oh, that was you losing your entire fucking Comicsgate audience by being a fucking douchebag. Look, it's not like the whole Indiegogo Kickstarter thing. It's not just some arbitrary, meaningless decision of like, well, do we go with A or do we go with B? They're the same exact thing, but what should we choose? No, Kickstarter has proven itself, proven that it will kick people from the platform based on their political views, based on just some, whatever they deem as being offensive or wrong. They'll just boot you off the platform. No explanation necessary. Okay. Richard Meyer, your boy Zach, John Malin, booted off of Kickstarter because some political reason, because this is how they operate. And Indiegogo has proven itself not to do that. They are not going to do that. Now, EVS has come out, Ethan Van Sciver has come out multiple times in multiple videos and said, look, this is why I will not support Kickstarter. I will only do Indiegogo. And it goes beyond. These aren't just Comicsgate creators. These are personal friends for him. And he's taken a stance. I'm not doing Kickstarter. I won't support Kickstarter. And that's not a decree for Comicsgate, but as Comicsgate people, as part of this thing that we're a part of, as fans, as creators, we're in it together. Why would we support and put money into a platform that has proven itself to be politically motivated, to boot people off of their platform in such a way? It doesn't make any sense. And this is why, look, you think there's no drawback to going to Kickstarter? Are you fucking kidding me? Oddity? Talking to you. There's no drawback? Do you have any idea what that means to people who are in Comicsgate? Do you have any idea? This $14,000 is probably almost all Comicsgate support. And no, it should be higher. I'm not denying that. But that's on you. Do more work. Build your YouTube channel. Entertain people. Be more present. Do more work to promote your book. That's not our fault. That's your fault. But if you think you're going to go to Kickstarter and there's not going to be a drawback, that you're not going to, I will not. If you do Kickstarter and you I'm Comicsgate when it benefits me and then I'm not when it doesn't, you think that plays? It doesn't play. It will never play. Don't do it. You haven't even scratched the surface. At 14,000, there is so much more Comicsgate dollars that you could be earning. And why aren't you doing that work? Help Comicsgate grow. Help build this thing that it will benefit you. It will benefit future creators. Everybody wins. Don't you understand what is trying to be built here? It's not a market. It's the market. Be a part of the market moving forward. Okay? The market that matters. Help build it. Don't look outside of it. Don't play footsies with it. That's fucking stupid. Just help it grow. Put in the work. Succeed. It's not just about this first project you have. Have some vision. Look to the next project. You think if you do these things, if you play footsie with Comicsgate and you go out to Kickstarter and you think that you're going to have support from Comicsgate on your next book? It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Commit. Have some integrity. Commit to this thing. Wear it proudly. Bring people in. Show them what it is. Show them that it's not what mainstream tries to paint it as some kind of hate group. So it's so fucking blatantly obvious that's not what it is. It's about people who love comics, who want to support creators, who aren't bound by some corporate agenda or some political view. They can just create what they want to create. Total freedom. These are the books we want to buy from creators who aren't bound by some decree from above or some rules or regulations. They get to express themselves however they want. Comicsgate. Build it. Help it grow. Be a part of it. Don't be wishy-washy. Nobody respects that shit. Nobody. God damn, man. I just want people to understand the opportunity of what we have here, what is growing here, what we can build here. And when people with talent, with actual projects that I respect, when they're behaving this way, when they don't seem to have any long-term vision or understand what we're trying to do, it infuriates me. It blows my mind that you don't understand what is happening right under your nose. You're so fucking pathetic. Anyway, I think that's all I have to say. If you like the vid, give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to the channel, all that bullshit. And I'll see you next time.